In this exercise, we will learn the mixture brush tool. Basically, it's the best tool for different painting purposes, such as blending colors and a mixture of colors to paint on images. Something like that. It's similar to the oil paint effect. Okay, let's see how this tool works. If we right-click on the brush tool, we can find the mixture brush tool on the last one, here. Or we can press Shift and B multiple times to select this tool. Okay, first make a new layer and select this tool. Okay, now if I paint on the image, something like that, we have an effect almost like a normal brush. And we can change any foreground color by double-clicking here. Okay, now let's see the control options. We have some options here. We have size, hardness, different brushes. We have already done this before, these types of options. It'll work the same. Okay, next we have different brush settings. Here, we can increase and decrease the space options. Actually, these are advanced options. Okay, next we have the load the brush option and the clean the brush after each stroke option. Let's keep these on. Okay, next we have different effects. Something like dry, wet, wet, light mix, very wet. Let's try this very wet option and try to paint something with it. Like that. We can see it's just like the wet effect. We can change the wet option from here. If I load it to 1% and paint, something like that, we can see that the stroke edges are dim. Something like that. And they blend smoothly. If I make it 100% and paint, something like that, we can see the edges on both sides are very hard. Okay, next we have the mix option. Mix is actually used to mix colors in an image. If I set the wet option to 100% and the mix to 100% and paint on it, something like that, we can see it is mixing colors very nicely. Okay, if I press the Alt option and I make a sample area, we can see it is picking a sample with a mix of color in a specific area where I click. And now start painting. Something like that. We can see a mixture of color by taking a sample. Okay, next we have the flow option. Flow works by decreasing the effect of the brush stroke. It will be dim. And then when you paint on it, it will become more dominant. Something like that. Okay, next we have an airbrush option. If I click and press it, then you can see the effects are a little slower. Something like that. Okay, next we have the smoothing effect option. If we increase it, then the stroke effect will be very smooth. I think 10 to 15% will work very well. Okay, next we have sample all layers option. If you are working on a new layer, then choose this option. Okay, in the next exercise, we will learn the clone stamp tool.